In the coming days, the Earth will be no more. On December 4th, humanity will come face to face with its greatest trial yet. To survive, when Xenoblade Chronicles X hits store shelves. In the remaining days, we must prepare for our journey across the stars and through the uncharted wilds of planet Mira, our new home. To keep you informed and vigilant, the builders of the Legacy after the destruction of Earth, also known as Blade, have assembled this 5-part video series to ready you for your perilous mission. A grand destiny awaits. Our scientists predict that humanity will soon find itself on an uncharted planet. It is imperative that we learn everything we can about Mira and its inhabitants, so that we can more effectively interact with them, and occasionally, destroy them. Today, we will discuss arms manufacturing, but first, we must isolate an effective method for resource acquisition. Luckily, our top Blade researchers have created a unique system to aid in this task. With Frontier Nav, Blade members can explore the vast continents of Mira and use strategically placed probes to map out the entire planet, earn funds, and mine for valuable materials such as Maranium. Let's take a closer look at Frontier Nav's interface. On the touchscreen, you can scroll the map and view different areas by tapping on the screen and swiping. On the left-hand side of the screen, an icon on the top is used to select maps. There's one of the world, the individual continents, and New Los Angeles. You can zoom in or out, or focus the map on your current location. On the bottom of the screen, you can check the survey rate, the percentage of the planet you have explored. On the right-hand side of the screen, you can also toggle display modes by selecting the icon on the top. We will review the rest of the icons in the final survival guide, when we discuss communication between fellow Blade members. For now, let's examine the advantages provided by the 3 map modes. This information may be too extensive for some Blade members, but those individuals will probably die penniless. To fully comprehend Frontier Nav, you must first understand the 3 map modes. The first is Segment View. In this view, Mira is mapped out in hexagonal segments. Each segment contains information about that particular area of the world. As refugees, this information is not immediately available to us. To reveal it, you must find the corresponding Frontier Nav site through field exploration. You can find the FN sites by looking for a red laser beam protruding from the ground. Here, you'll install an FN probe. Once installed, the segments surrounding the FN site will activate, and their information will be revealed. Activated segments will display different types of icons and colors to indicate their mission type and the danger level of nearby enemies. Once an FN site is activated, you can also fast travel to its location. There are multiple icons that represent a mission that is available to the segment, such as Tyrant Extermination, Treasure Box, Normal Mission, and Affinity Mission. Even though you may have an icon displayed in a particular segment, you may not have the information to resolve that mission. In order to obtain it, you must speak with the residents of New Los Angeles. NLA locals have plenty to say, so make sure to engage in multiple conversations. When you receive additional information, the segment will be marked with a new icon. Touch it to read the information, and a checkmark will appear to indicate that you have read the new info. If you complete the mission, a gold shield will appear. As you perform various activities, like data probe installation and complete missions, your survey rate will increase. The second map mode is called Frontier Nav View. To access it, touch the green map icon on the top right. This mode allows Blade members to view information related to data probes and change the probe type. There are many types of probes, each with their own unique abilities. Mining probes have a higher production capability. Placing one at a given location increases the amount of Maranium you can gain there. Research probes generate tourism revenue based on the number of secret or scenic spots that may have been discovered in the area. Battle probes give Blade members various stat boosts during battles in a given segment. Storage probes increase the maximum storage of Maranium. Booster probes enhances the primary functions of probes in adjacent segments. And duplicator probes duplicate the function of a probe in neighboring segments. The more high-performance data probes of the same type you install in neighboring segments, the more efficient Frontier Nav will be. For instance, connecting 3 probes together will boost effects of each linked data probe by 30%. To better strategize, you can switch a probe's type at any time by touching on its icon and selecting the desired type. You can change probes as many times as you want. However, you must pay a small fee to install a high-performance probe. More money, more probes. Are you still with us? Good. You're of above-average intellect, which means you may have a chance to survive. Now, before we move on to the final map type, we'll examine each Frontier Nav site's graded potential. Each aspect of an FN site has a grade that factors into its productivity when placing a corresponding type of probe. F is the lowest grade, while S is the highest. Production power refers to how much Moranium can be mined from the site. Revenue power indicates how much revenue the segment can generate. Combat support shows how effective a battle probe will be in the site. In addition, the number of scenic vistas and unexplored regions is also displayed, along with the mineable resources available at a site. It is very important to read the FN site info so you can place a probe type that will yield a site's highest potential grade. By following these instructions, you can greatly increase your revenue and your chances of affording a skell before your likely demise. Finally, the third map mode is called Map View, and it is very simple. Use this mode to view the names of areas and the locations of rest spots. Map View is best used when looking for a particular area. If Map View is too difficult for you, consider staying on Earth to witness its destruction. Blade members are not only military personnel, but also ambassadors of the human race. As we explore our new world, it is important that we forge alliances with other species we encounter. These alliances may help us rise to prominence once again in weapons development. Arms manufacturers are companies that develop gear for blade members and skells. When visiting Armory Alley, you will have access to AM Terminal, where you can invest in companies to strengthen the gear they produce and more. When a company's level increases, new products will arrive in store. You can invest using Moranium or redeem commercial points, which are earned by defeating enemies using a company's product. There are 3 more options you can access at the Arms Manufacturer Terminal. The first option, Upgrade Battle Traits, lets you strengthen additional effects of your gear or your skell's gear. Each upgrade will require different types of material to upgrade, but it's more than worth it. The second option is Engineer Augments. When venturing out in the new world and obtaining gear, be sure to check its details. It may have an open augment slot. Augments are devices that can add additional abilities to your gear. However, to create an augment, you will need specific required materials, rare resources, and Moranium. Some items will be labeled with question marks to indicate that you have not yet found that required material. The final option is called Develop New Gear. This allows you to craft special pieces of gear, skells, and pieces of equipment that require rare materials but are extremely powerful. You may even be able to create devastating weapons, such as the Hexad Partican, Deus Crusher, and more. Earth's destruction is almost imminent. Be sure to check out our final video, where we will discuss how to work with other Blade members, joining squads, and taking down ultra-powerful beings called Nemesis. Until then, share this guide with your friends, family, and anyone else who deserves a chance to survive.